We are finally posted up here at Posting House, and we are with proprietor Stu. Thank you so much for getting us ready to level up our taste buds a little bit with a wine experience.
Glad to be here, thanks.
So I'm really excited to dive into this with you because I think that we appreciate wine, but I don't even know if we're appreciating it the right way. So what tips do you have for us today?
Absolutely. Okay, well, there's lots of different ways you can taste wine, and obviously there's no right or wrong answers. But the first thing you do is just take a look at the wine.
Okay.
And you're going to assess the appearance of the wine, they say. And you were talking about legs earlier. So one thing you can do is actually, if you let it sit on the side and then bring it back, you can see like that little line there. Kind of indicates how much alcohol is in the wine, and kind of gives you an indicator there. So yeah, you're going to look at it, and you're going to obviously tell it's a white wine, first of all.
White wine.
Yeah. So that's the first thing you want to do, and that kind of gives you some indicators about, for example, Chardonnay might be like a lot more of a deeper yellow. Mm-hmm. This one's obviously very pale, so you can probably assess that it's maybe a Pinot Grigio or a Sauvignon.
I'm gonna go with Pinot.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. No, you'll find out in a minute.
I'm gonna go Sauv Blanc.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
Then the next thing you do is you stick your nose in there.
Okay. I didn't know you did this with white wine too. Okay. Now I'm learning.
Actually, one thing you could do, a little trick, is if you put it on the table and swirl it around like that, that gives it what it does is it opens up the wine. So now you see how it
brings out the bouquet.
Hey, there you go. Exactly. That's one of the proper terms.
Pop a little more.
Yeah.
Right?
So when now you'll notice what do you notice? And I've got a little cheat sheet here actually.
I know that it smells kind of grapefruity.
Yeah.
Definitely citrus. Very light on the nostrils.
Yeah, I'm like smells like hot girl brunch to me.
So in England we have gooseberries. Do you have gooseberries over here?
No.
So that's England.
Fresh out of gooseberries on River City Live.
So this is the school that I did my wine certificate with, WSET, and actually this is from London. So actually one of the tasting on the notes on the cheat sheet there is gooseberry.
It's gooseberry.
So
like,
that is actually what you would maybe describe.
Wine in London? I'm not. I know people are like, "Ranch, you're an idiot," but no. Sometimes I'm really shocked at how many different places. Like they make wine here. It's like, really, here in Florida?
Do actually make wine in England? Yes. So gooseberry, lemons, apples. You get all that kind of stuff here. But what's one of the biggest things that you might notice here that might differentiate this wine against a Pinot Grigio? Do you think?
I mean, for me, I think it looks a lot lighter.
Okay. From the smell, like from the nose.
So from
I feel like sometimes Pinots have a little bit more of like a. Can I taste it yet? I feel like it's
no. We're still on this.
I'm like, I don't know.
Factor. No, I think Pinots. I mean, I don't know if this sounds weird. It smells kind of dry. Like Pinots seem like it might be a little
sharper to me.
Maybe a little sweeter.
This does smell sweeter to me.
So one of the great things about wine tasting is a lot of it just comes from the nose. A lot of it before you've even tasted it, as you know. So like that when you actually taste it, it should like confirm what you had on the nose. So it is important, very important. So yeah, well,
is there lemon in there?
Yeah, lemon. I was going to say, do you get like a vegetal kind of, like a sort of herbaceous kind of, or herb as we would say in England, herbaceous?
How are the herbs over there for you?
Not for me. I'm just still stuck on the citrus side of it, and the berry, the fruity side. So, okay.
So this is, I'll just tell you now, it's a Sauvignon Blanc. Okay. So it's actually from Marlborough in New Zealand, which is where a lot of great Sauvignons come from.
That explains why I want to drink it so bad. It's my favorite.
Okay, so let's take a little. It's
delicious.
And what do you get?
It's richer than I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
Because usually Savs are, I would say, a little lighter, but this was a little richer, but a rounder taste.
Very acidic, right?
I like that round description because like you said, like other times it feels kind of flat, and not like flat.
Those are the danger wines when they just taste like water.
Oh yeah.
Because that's when you get up from your brunch bar stool and you're like, I need an Uber.
So one of the things you'll notice is you might be salivating quite a lot. So that means there's quite a high acidity to the wine, which is usually a good indicator for it being a good pairing wine. So great to pair with, like pasta or some cheeses. And,
ooh, okay.
So yeah, this is a great pairing wine. Lower in the alcohol content. It's it's down there a little bit, not big and bold like a like a big Cabernet or anything like that. Obviously red wine. But yeah, so that's and then obviously you've got other things like the finish. They call it the finish. So how long can you still taste after having that? Can you still taste it?
Again.
Oh yeah.
So long finish indicates how good quality the wine is usually.
Yeah.
I'd say it's really good.
That's all she needs to know.
I'm gonna have to just come practice more at Posting House.
All right, so what's our next one?
Yeah, we can do another one. You want to try a red this time?
Yeah, I just want to get the full experience because, like, when I go to
I
a
would say,
restaurant,
a red and white.
I just want to be able to, like, when I go in and kind of act like I know what I'm talking about. Like, oh, yes.
So
These
this
people
one,
are very nice to invite us to lots of fun places. So yeah, I don't want to embarrass anybody that invites us somewhere.
I'm sorry.
See, I knew more about like the legs and swirling and everything with red. Now I feel like I'm a lot more knowledgeable about my go-to wine. So thank you for that, Stu.
so this wine is from Bordeaux. So this is obviously a red wine. You can see that straight away.
Very partial to the Bordeaux, obviously.
Very French.
And again, can you see through? See, one of the things you want to assess when you're looking at the wine is, can you see through it or not? You know, can you read through? See, so that is kind of a medium. You can just about see through it. So like a Pinot Noir would be like you could easily see through a red wine, but like a Cabernet, you can't see through.
Darker.
So you can tell right away here that this probably isn't a Cabernet. This is actually 90% Merlot. So it's similar to Cabernet, but it's just a bit lighter there. You can see through it there. So that's again one thing to assess there is how much you can see there.
Do we do the leg check again?
Yeah, you can do the leg check. Yeah, and see like obviously a lot more of a leg there. So indicates higher alcohol. So and then we can do the
Try the wine on
as well, and then this wine obviously very different because it's red wine. So you should get like different fruits, red fruits, black fruits maybe some
blackberries,
blueberries maybe. So 90% Merlot. So very fruity, very fruity. So one of the biggest differentiators between a red wine and a white wine is the tannins. So do you know what tannins are?
Yeah.
Tannins. Okay, so yeah, tannins.
I know they are usually the culprit of headaches.
Not necessarily.
I was like, I'm scared of them. Why? Tell us about the tell us about tannins.
Well, tannins are basically what preserves the wine.
Okay.
So in a wine that ages for a long time, like a Cabernet, like maybe a really old Cabernet, it's going to have originally it's going to have a lot of tannins, but over the years they soften and they end up kind of. That's why if you have a young Cabernet, it tends to be like very like grips your mouth, because they're high tannins. And as it ages, the tannins soften. But it does help preserve the wine, so it's a good thing to have, especially in red wines that are going to age.
This is really smooth. Rance will tell you, it took me a while to get into red wines because I just couldn't develop the taste for them. But this is something really, I would say, mild. Would that be a good word to use for it? Like it's very easy to drink.
Absolutely, because
it's not heavy. Because some are like super heavy, and you're just like.
It's kind of like with beers, like certain ones that are easy, blonde, mild, and then you got stouts, so you got to chew it on the way down.
Yeah. So full disclosure, red wine is like whiskey to me. So watch out, world.
I'll drop it back.
Yeah. So another great thing about this wine is it's from France, from Bordeaux. So it's got like a funky note. Do you notice that? Like a little bit of a funky kind of. Some say forest floor, or like some would even say like wet leaves or barnyard or that kind of thing. So these are good things.
Yeah,
these are good things, especially with French wine. So you get like that little funk, So I don't know if you noticed that.
I did.
So
when I drank it, I felt like there was a little extra on my palate, on my tongue, like kind of grainy.
Yeah, a little bit like a sort of dusty.
Like kind of like a texture.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly, and that's very great indicator of a French wine is usually that kind of dusty kind of note.
So I love that you've given us so many different experiences and 2 glasses of wine.
Yeah.
Like, is that what people can expect if they come to Posting House? Because some people might shy away from a wine bar if they don't know a lot about wine, but you seem to be very into sharing that knowledge with other people.
Absolutely, that's one of the things we love to do here. So we do actually do wine classes once a month, and we have a rotating selection of wines that we pretty much change, like I'd say every other week or so. So we're always changing our wines. And we do love to share wine together and talk about it. We have a wine club as well. So you can sign up online and basically you become a part of that wine club, and we just meet together. We just talk about wine, enjoy wine together, and that's one of the things we definitely love over here is wine.
We definitely like wine. Just something from some of us. What about like happy hours? Do you guys have anything like that?
Yeah, we do have a happy hour. It's 5 o'clock till 7. 5 o'clock to, sorry, it's not. It's 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. We have a bunch of wines on tap actually. So we have a Sauvignon on tap. We have a Cabernet on tap. That means we actually pour it from the from the
I love it.
Yeah. And those are all on happy hour. So
I feel like any hour at Posting House is going to be a happy hour, but I'd love to push the rewind button just a little bit. Can you give me the overview of Posting House and how this came to be in San Marco?
Absolutely.
Because obviously he dropped a few nuggets there. Said that you were from overseas, that you came here, you got your Thompson World. So I mean, there's clearly a history there.
Yeah, we opened in 2019, right before the pandemic, and obviously timing wasn't great there, but we were able to overcome all of that, those 2-3 years of like hardship, and able to come back out, and we basically launched our wine program out of COVID, because originally we were very focused on beer, and because I have a passion for wine, we kind of changed things up a little bit, so we started focusing on wine outside of that, and basically ever since then really we've just been like getting busier and busier, and doing lots more things. Like we also do other outside of the wine, we do other things like silent disco now on Saturday nights, and we do trivia on Sundays. So we're just focused on the community. So we're really just trying to bring people together in this community, and obviously enjoy wine, but also other things too, like silent disco, for example.
Yeah. So bring the community together, one glass at a time.
Right.
I love it. Stu, thank you so much for educating us today. June, we know she hid away from the camera, but we want to cheers to everybody who's keeping the community together with wine and good times.
Cheers.